Hi Krista, today I was going to make that video about coffee, but unfortunately shit got in the way. I didn't even get to the bank on time. And now, instead of enjoying a leisurely cup of coffee at a cafe, I am going to vote. Well, I mean, I already voted, but it's the last day to turn in your ballots. In Oregon, we have vote by mail, but if you wait till the last minute, there are ballot drop boxes that you can drop it off until 8. So, I gotta get going. Walk with me. In Oregon, it is very easy to vote. I mean, you just register, and then you can vote in your underpants. They mail the ballot right to you, and you're supposed to mail it back, which does cost postage, or you can drop it off at any ballot box, which is kind of like going to the polls, except I don't get to stand in a little booth, and I don't get the sticker that says I voted. It's not as much fun. However, voting in your underpants. I made a friend. On my face again for the internet. No rubbing your face on my face. Oh, you're not fine. I was gonna say how nice it is to befriend cats, because all you have to do is click at them and then they come over and start rubbing up on you. And that doesn't work at all with humans. Except a lot of people believe that that does work on humans, hence the phrase cat calling. So don't be that guy. And I would say don't be that person, but well, you know who you are. There's a certain sense in which the vote did not have that much of an impact. I wasn't voting in any national elections, but then my vote in national elections is so small as to be nearly insignificant. So really, the elections I was voting in did have a pretty major impact. For those who would say I wasted my time walking down here, although it is a really lovely day, and I don't think the walk did me any harm. But for my part, it felt worthwhile. I was voting on at least one measure that kind of mattered to me. And the elected offices, I suppose, are important, but not in a way that is interesting or even particularly controversial. Emma Goldman, who I really admire, once said that if voting changed anything, they would make it illegal. The thing is, when she said that, they already had. A whole class of people in the southern United States couldn't vote based on the color of their skin. Well, based on their race, but race isn't really a thing. So, based on their heritage and the color of their skin. Maybe voting is not so much an act of political power as a symbolic act. But symbols are important, and they matter a lot more when they're threatened. Today, in Thailand, the government declared martial law, the military declared martial law, in order to preserve law and order. I bet to Thai folks, voting matters a whole bunch. Likewise, all over the world, people have fought and died for the right to vote, even if it's on stupid local measures and for county commissioners whose jobs we don't really understand. Even if voting is a purely symbolic act. I'm not convinced of that, but supposing it's so. A famous anthropologist once said that folks live in a world of meaning as well as material conditions. So even if the symbolic act does not actually affect the material conditions, it affects the way we perceive them. And the two are inextricable. It's part of living in a culture. So voting is, like it or not, a part of my culture. Krista, I will see you tomorrow.